That means it's time for Dear Abby. I am excited to hear your burning questions about life, the universe, and everything. So, you guys need a good shot of the antlers here. There we go. There's the antlers. I'm going to open up the questions doc. Give me 1 second here. Welcome to Dear Abby, the place where you get your burning life questions answered by a deer. Okay, so we got a bunch over here. Let's see if I can I look at this in the chat at the same time? It's tricky. It's very tricky. I'll move this over here. I only have so much real estate, screen real estate. There we go. Yes, today's music is, I believe, Joshua Morse on the Overclock Remix album, Balance and Ruin, the Chocobo theme. It's just what I had in there, so it's good. I hope to put a lot more OC Remix stuff in here. Now, Dear Stokes 2K, I can't quite see some of the names. Stokes 2K8 asks, how much can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Now, you didn't specify whether or not how much wood can a woodchuck chuck. You just wanted to know how much can a woodchuck chuck. So it really depends on what a woodchuck is chucking. If a woodchuck is chucking wood, it's very different than if a woodchuck is chucking chuck beef, for example. So it's important to use your units. Just like in school, if you don't use your units, then people don't know what you're talking about and you'll get the answer wrong on the test. So let's assume for a moment that the woodchuck is chucking not wood, but the woodchuck is chucking chuck beef. First of all, that woodchuck is a carnivore, which I wasn't sure that woodchucks were carnivores, so you probably want to avoid this woodchuck entirely as it's chucking chuck beef, which means that there's a shredded cow somewhere nearby. Again, avoid the area at all costs. Diana Blue asks, what's the deer meaning of life? That's a tough one. I have to borrow from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and say that even a deer would agree that the answer to that question is, in fact, 42. Let's see what else is in here. Sonic Boom 27 says, Dear Abby, now that you star as Kurt in Trails of Cold Steel 3, do you call Mr. Chiplock, Sean Chiplock, who plays Reen, Teach? I don't, but that's a really good idea. I'm going to have to confer with Sean on what endearing teacher term he would like to be called, because we'll have to come up with something. We can't just let it go. Retro Dino 5 asks, as a deer, what is your advice on surviving winter? Now, my first piece of advice for winter in general is if you can avoid it, do so. If you cannot avoid winter because you're not a Time Lord or you don't live in a climate that is warm all the time, during the winter, I advise that you make a deer-shaped igloo. Don't make it obvious because bears also make igloo, and if they wander into your hibernation area, you're going to get messed up. So make an igloo that is inconspicuous but structurally sound, and just sort of wait it out. That's all you can do. Forsyth fan, Dear Abby, nice clarinet. Do you play? Yes, all deer can play clarinet. Luna TV asks, what's your favorite Minecraft parody? This is more Q&A than Dear Abby. I'd never seen a Minecraft parody, but I'd be interested in seeing one. So if you want to drop one somewhere, I'd love to see it. Just in Time 697 asks, Dear Abby, how do I get Lorenz to talk to me? Be a female. So if you're a female, you've already got that ahead of you, because I think he talks to anything that is a female. Yeah, I think that's it. So if you're not a female, you could pull the classic Bugs Bunny and dress up like a female. Go after him as though he was Elmer Fudd. So I think femininity is the important part to get Lorenz to talk to you. That and I don't know, be a noble. If you can't be a female, be a noble. Let's see. Dear Abby, make sure this doesn't fall asleep here. Dear Abby, Have you ever considered flipping the... Okay. Dear Abby, have you considered flipping the window showing you upside down? No, I haven't. Dear Abby, how do I avoid hitting deer when driving down the road? Let's see here. What was the okay? Have I ever considered flipping the camera upside down? No, I have not considered flipping the camera upside down. How do I avoid hitting deer when driving down the road? Okay, so there's a couple things you can do to avoid hitting your deer brethren while you are going down the road. One, don't be driving a car when you're going down the road, okay? Be walking, be taking a bicycle, and, you know, you could rollerblade, but even that is kind of dangerous. The other thing you can do is make sure you're yelling out the window the whole time, like, watch out, deer. They respond very well to that, so if you're just one hand, be careful though, one hand on the wheel, head out the window, watch out, deer. That'll work for you. Let's see. Last question for Dear Abby, and then we'll get back into the game. Actually, I'll do a giveaway here. Let's see. Squeak asks, Dear Abby, how do I quit my job and become part of the circus? Gosh. How do I quit my job and become part of the circus? So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a circus skill. I recommend being a clown, okay? So if you got to build on one skill, don't quit your job, okay? It's important that you build an artistic career while you're still in some kind of stability, because you don't want to abandon your family unless, you know, either you don't have a family or they're not very nice to you, in which case, just go for that. Get a red nose, get some face paint, and you just got to go for it. You got to get your dream, okay? And that's good. I think that's it for Dear Abby. How about a giveaway? You guys want a piece of art?